I will introduce to you. But I will advise you to go with the first one that I'm going to talk about. Starting out, I want you to go with the first one. Later, you can now delve into the second one when you want to start bringing in stuff that are heavy. But I just want you to start with the small one first, and with the first one first, and later. So I will discuss the first one. The first method is that you are going to be using Chris Moore and Daniel of NBC, the one I talked about the other time. All these guys are actually into, they use weight to determine the price of their chipping. They use kg as in weight to determine the cost of chipping. For instance, they will tell you 1 kg is so amount. I'm still going to show you their prices. But I will tell you something about these two guys. Chris Moore is quite expensive when they help you bring in stuff. So I always advise people to go with the NBC guys, and they are good. They are very, very good. So to contact the NBC guy, you go to their, for instance, let me show you some of my conversation and our dealings and my dealings with them. If you have bought your product yourself, you just contact them through their WhatsApp number of our conversation. His name is Daniel, and Daniel is of NBC, where we have Annie that I told you about when I was talking about the first method of procurement. So you just contact Daniel, and he will tell you, see, when I bought my product, when I contacted my seller myself and bought the product, what happened is that when the seller, the NBC logistic, when I bought my product, I told these guys that they should send their number, their address to me. So they sent the address to me, and I sent the address to the seller. So the seller then helped me to send the product that I bought to the NBC guys, and they will charge 430 naira per kg, as in for custom clearing. They will charge 430 naira per kg, and for the shipping cost, it is $5.2 per kg. For express, it is $8.5 per kg, and they will charge 500 naira for custom clearing. And if you are bringing in stuff like liquid stuff, battery, cream, powder, and magnetic goods, it will take you can't bring in those stuff via express. You can only use normal for that, and that's the NBC. You just contact them on your WhatsApp, through their WhatsApp number, and they will send their address to you, and you will send the address to the seller, and the seller will help you send your stuff to them, and they will bring it into Nigeria, and you pay them when they brought it into the country. So I want to look at, so let's look at the other guys, which is NBC. So if you want to use NBC for only, procurement, what you do is you go to the dashboard, you click on the dashboard, although I've shown you how to navigate this NBC platform, but I just want to show you this because this is only for purchase. This is only for shipping. The other one that I showed you is for purchase and shipping. So you just go to other placement and you click on only shipping. So they are telling you their terms, and you can just read through their terms, so you know what they are saying. And they said if you follow the instruction above, you have solved most of the issue with shipping. Our next goal is to deliver your item successfully. So from there, you just get you just. I've not used MDC for only shipping before. I've used them for both purchase and shipping, but today I don't purchase from them again. So you can just contact them, and this is their live chat, and get more info on how to do only shipping. And you can just read through. I think there are a lot of information here. You can just read through. So let's leave this and move on to the next shipping method. So the next thing is that we'll go to valuehandler.com, and this valuehandler.com are into shipping as well, but they don't ship the way MBC and Chris Moore do. What they do is that they ship every product and they use space instead of weight. So they also use weight as well, but I would advise you, if you want a kind of lightweight product, if you want to bring in lightweight product, you go with all these guys that I have introduced to you. You go with all these guys that I have been. That's the MBC and Chris Moore. But if you want to bring in every product, you have to go with these people, and they use CBM. That's cubic meter. That's what they use. Cost of shipping group page LCL from China to Nigeria per cubic meter starts from $70 to $150. And this cubic meter that I'm talking about is huge. It's something like this. It's something like, you can see that it's something like this. And invariably, if they help you, it will take some more time to bring in all this stuff, unlike all these MBC and Chris Moore. But what I will tell you here is that if you want to go into importation proper, this is with the guys that you can actually work with and be profitable. You can't imagine bringing in 100 kg worth of product with MBC or 200 kg worth of product with MBC. They will suck your profit. This is the guy that, if you look at the amount, if you look at the amount when you brought it in and the cubic meter and everything, if you look at it, maybe 20 kg may not be, maybe less than 20,000 naira, because it is space. No matter how heavy the stuff is, it is the space that it contains that really matter. So you can actually talk with this guy. But starting out, let me give you this before you go. Starting out, you need to start with MBC and probably Chris Moore, but I will advise you to go with MBC first, because MBC cost of shipping is quite reduced compared to that of Chris Moore. So when you now want to go into mini importation and bring in importation proper and bring in heavy product, you can now go with these guys, and these guys will serve you well. Thank you. I will meet at the next class. And the next class, we are going to be talking about the marketing aspect of this business, which is very, very important. How you are going to sell this business, and how you are going to sell what you have brought in, and how you are going to make a lot of profit and run out of stock very, very fast. Thank you. We'll meet at the other class.